everything changes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks, and I'm bringing you guys week 8 of the CWL Elite. We had the Archer Outlaws up against NagalandElite, and as you can see, we were able to squeeze out the victory on this one, 72 to 69. Total percentage for our side was 95.80 to their 95.84. The difference being we were able to secure all of our Town Hall 11 dips for 3 stars, and then pick up a 10v10 3-star on their bottom Town Hall 10. They failed on 2 dips, and we're not able to secure a Town Hall 10 3-star, coming up very close on all of their attacks, but just not able to pull it out in the end. We were also able to get very close on a couple of their 10v10 attempts, and it just made easy cleanup for us. But we'll go ahead, jump into the first replay. It's going to be the 10v10 that we were just talking about. We have Anonymous 1950 coming in with the old-fashioned Gobo Laloon. He's going to start off, get a golem down on the bottom side and a few wizards behind to just help tank, and then get some of that trash down on the outside, so that way his troops are able just to get right in there and take care of business once they go into the core. Gets that queen down on the top side, so that way she's able to get that air defense that's exposed, and then she's going to work around up there and take out a few additional buildings on the top side, using that ability to keep her alive there. And then on the bottom side, he gets a jump down. He's going to send in the Barb King with some bowlers behind. Gets a jump and rage down for them. Poison on the clan castle. And then the bowlers are going to get in there and just do work with that Barb King. Queen finally dies off on the top side, but he's able to get down the enemy Barb King. And then he's just going to, or enemy Archer Queen. And then he's just going to continue working around on the top side, taking out some of the additional buildings. And then he's going to sneak in some balloons into that Inferno Tower, since there's nothing else in the way of it. Gets a haste down to make sure those balloons get in there really quick. And then that golem in the core is still tanking, so that way the balloons can get to the top side. Start working on those expos. And he gets a heal down, so that way the troops stay up through there. And with the rage spell down on them, so they're able to make way through that wizard tower and then get down to that final Inferno Tower. His final hound pops here just in a second on that last air defense, but there's enough down there to distract it long enough so that the balloons are able to get in, take out the remaining defenses, and then get into that final air defense and take it out. And then now he's just on to the cleanup with plenty of troops in the bag to get this done. A very solid 3-star, securing us in a very good spot for this war. Way to go, Anonymous 1950. We'll go ahead now, jump down into the Town Hall 9 action. Up first, we are going to have Honey, and he's just going to come in with the Stone Gobo Ho. He's going to start off on the top side, Baby Dragon down with a few wizards to help create that funnel on the top side. Able to get that Baby Dragon down, so he will work through those high hit point storage buildings relatively quick with the wizards. And then on the bottom side, a couple golems down, wizards, and then the queen behind to work on those storages right off the start. Lays a perfect jump down, so that way the golems redirect in. Barb King steps up and starts working on the enemy Barb King, and then he sends the bowlers from the clan castle down, poison to reach the enemy queen, and then the clan castle as well. Baby Dragon and Dragon come out, so they're going to be slowed down with that poison down. And then he puts the rage down to just get the bowlers and queen to go ahead and start working through this core. Golem's out front tanking. He's got 3 of them, so they're gonna go pretty far and be able to go take care of most of this. Then on the top side, he's going to go ahead, start coming in with the hogs. Tesla Farm pops up at the top, so he's going to get a heal spell down on those hogs, so that way they are able to work through that area and not take too much damage. He won't lose that many hogs in that area. And then he's going to send in some hogs on the bottom side to that mortar to go ahead and keep pushing his hogs through this base. They're going to come down here, have to backtrack up, get that Tesla and that wizard farm. But he recognizes that, so he holds on to that final heal spell. And then once they come over to the final buildings on the bottom side, he's going to get that heal spell down, and they are easily going to be able to work through that Tesla Expo and that final Archer Tower. And he's got the cleanup already working on the top side, so the 3-star on this one is pretty much in the bag, since he has plenty of time to go ahead and work through on this one. But very solid 3-star coming in from Honey on this one. Alright, up next we are going to take a look at Jackadunga. This was probably one of my favorite attacks of the war. This was his first war with us, but he's going to show you guys excellent clan castle control on this one. The Lava Hound comes out with the lure, so he drags it down to the bottom corner with an archer. And then on the top side, he's going to send in his Barb King archer and then send in some wall breakers to try to get into that queen while the hound is pulled out and out of the way. And then he's just got a couple archers that he's going to send around on the bottom to keep that hound preoccupied. Gets that poison down on that queen to go ahead, slow her down, and then his queen will eventually step up here before the hound gets over there. He pops the ability to make sure that he gets that queen down, gets through that storage, and then his queen is just going to step up in the range of that archer tower, and he is just going to let her die off. He sends a baby down on the bottom side to try to take care of some of that trash early on, but it ends up getting taken out by a seeking air mine. And then he's just going to send in the giants that will eventually pull the queen or the hound away from where his lava hound's going to pop, and then he starts the air portion of this raid with the first lava hound down, gets a haste into that Tesla farm, and then his balloons are just going to be able to work right up into that first air defense. And then on the bottom side, he's just going to come in with another hound, some balloons, haste it right into that, and then he has some balloons coming right through the core, rage and heal through those wizard towers. And then he has a max hound coming out of the clan castle into the air defense on the bottom. Recognize the hound though, just still floating there at the top, untouched right now at this point. And then in the end of the raid, he will eventually pull it away from where his lava pups will be cleaning up this base. You'll be able to recognize that here pretty soon. But on the bottom side, finishing up those last few towers, the balloons go ahead, work through that. He still has that max hound unpopped, and he has plenty of cleanup troops along with all these balloons. As you can see, there goes that hound across the top side of the base, pulling it away from everything that is remaining on the cleanup side of this base. And at this point, he is just working to get down the last few remaining buildings, but he's got plenty of troops. Very solid attack for him though, stepping up and just showing how to work with that hound in the clan castle. Don't always have to take it out. You can drag it around the base if you are skilled enough. On this one though, we have another one of first time here. We have Janesh coming in with the Gobo Laloon, and he's just going to get 3 golems in on this base, double jump across it, and be able to take out pretty much majority of the base, and then just send in a hound and loon on the backside to the final buildings. But he's going to start off at the top side with a golem and hog on that cannon and a few wizards behind it to create that top side funnel. Then on the bottom side, he comes in with another golem and some more wizards behind that, gets the wall breakers down, opens up the core of the base, and then comes in with the third golem, bowlers, Barb King, and queen right in the base. A couple of those wizards are going to follow in behind, and then he has a jump down in the core of the base, leads right into everything. Gets that poison down on the clan castle as it steps out. And then he has a rage spell down for his kill squad, so that way they're able to rip through the core of this base. Queen will step up, finish off that clan castle, and then he has a second jump right over to the queen. Barb King's going to get in there, so he'll pop that ability. He's just going to step up and he'll take out that queen in a couple hits, and then work on taking out that expert. He's still sitting in the back with the ability now to get touched because of the bullets. At this point, he's just starting to send some moves up on the top side. Gets that lava hound into that final air defense. Queen run, he has to step up and get out that final air defense so that way it work, except for being up the side of the base. So he got a heal, a couple turns in, and he's just going to end up swagging up and get some of those troops down basically dominates this base. Right now, coming in just on the final cleanup. That hound doesn't even pop, and then as you can see, pops that queen ability, goes ahead with the cleanup. But we'll go ahead now, jump into the final replay. It's going to be Big E doing his thing that he always does. He's coming in with the Gobo Dragon attack that you guys have seen him do before. But on this one, he's going to go ahead, start off, gets a golem down, a couple wizards behind those golems to help create that funnel. And then gets that queen down right in the core with the Barb King behind, sends the test wall breaker, ends up tripping that small bone, and then he's just going to send in one more. Open up that wall, golems are redirect, got that Barb King right now out front, taking the bowlers coming in behind, just the jump on, connecting and leading him to the other air defenses. up pretty good for this base and helping them out. Also helps keep that dark thing up and he has that knockdown on the backside. When he actually steps out, pulls a couple of the troops, and then the thing has to come out. So he gets the poison down on the earth. That will actually lure the queen up and helping him out on this one. And then he's just going to be on the top side. Finally going to drop from the queen. He pops that ability, and then she is going to step up and take out these archer towers, so that way the dragons on the backside can just make their way through with nothing targeting them. But as you can see, he's got a big wave of 6 dragons, and he's just coming in with a few balloons to help take out some of those buildings up there. A few of them straight up to this mortar, since that cannon's able to get a hit off and take out that wizard before it can get to the mortar. But then they're going to come back down and take care of this queen. He's got a big pile of dragons, so that queen's not going to stand up to them. And then he's got a few balloons that he's just going to sneak in on the backside once the dragons make their way down here, and those archer towers won't be able to compensate for what's coming around to them. But as you can see, Big E doing his thing like he normally does with his dragons and just completely annihilating this base. But that's going to wrap up things for today, guys. So if you guys have any questions, comments, want to see any content in particular, feel free to leave them in the bottom. I will look for it and try to bring it to you. We have Cold September coming up for week 9. Currently we're sitting at 6-2, looking to make it 7-2 after this week and make our way to secure ourselves one of those playoff spots in our first season for CWL. It'd be really nice to come in sitting pretty high for us. But that's going to wrap up things, like I said today, guys. So until next time, guys, this is Trunk signing out.